Welcome back to episode 3 of the Cincinnati Reds franchise. Really quick disclaimer, I think I'm going to be posting these once a week. I think that's a schedule I want to set for myself. But I also want to do some rebuilds, something I'm new, just like franchise, where I want to learn how to do this and improve and get better. So I think obviously we start with some of the bad teams like Pirates, Rockies, Orioles, A's, Reds. So let me know what team you guys want me to rebuild first. Now, really quickly, we have ended spring training, so there's a lot of managerial things that we need to address and take care of. The first thing is Elly De La Cruz. I'm pretty sure for whatever reason, he was recently added to the game. For some reason, he's not in my franchise. I used the most recent franchise update right before the season started, which is when we started this Red franchise. He was not on the franchise, but he is in the game now. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Now we can try to add him. If you guys know of a way to import him, that'd be great. I know offline you can just do an easy import, but that does not exist here from this menu, which is I believe where you would normally, there should be an import button in here somewhere, but I look forward. I couldn't find it. If you guys could help me, that would be really great. If not, we could go through the single A roster and name somebody who we should just replace him with and try to give him similar attributes and try to make his face as close as possible. And that'll be our Elly De La Cruz in single A. Now, really quickly want to take a look at our roster, some of the moves that I went ahead and made. So let me look at the pitching rotation first. Tyler Mahle, Luis Castillo, Mike Minor, Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo is our rotation. We do have two long relief pitchers in Vladimir Gutierrez and Justin Dunn. We kept them both up at the major league level, and that's where we're going to keep them from now. Middle relief pitchers, we got Hunter Strickland, Art Warren, TJ Antone, which he was in AAA. We went ahead and brought him up to the major leagues, and we'll have him as a middle relief pitcher. Setup men are going to be Justin Wilson and Luis Cessa, and our closer is going to be Lucas Sim. Now, we did send down Zach Godley, and we also sent down Alexis Diaz. He is going to have to pass through waivers as well. And there was somebody else, I believe it was Ryan Hendricks. We sent him down from the Major League Club as well. 60 overall, deep potential, 27 years old. If he does something in AAA worth getting called up, we will call him up. But for now, he will be in AAA. Also, Tony Santillan was also sent down. Another 66 overall, deep potential, 24 years old. There could be something there, but I needed to make room for TJ Antone in our bullpen. I do believe he can help us out this season. 28 years old. With 77 potential, there's no reason he should be in AAA if you ask me. Now, we will look at the lineup. This is the lineup we are going with in the major leagues for the foreseeable future. So we are going to have Donovan Solano at shortstop, I believe half the time, versus right-handed pitcher with DH. Obviously, there is no need for no DH lineups this year since there's a DH in Major League Baseball in both NL and AL. So shortstop, Donovan Solano. Jonathan India at second, Votto at first. I'm going to play Aristides. I think we are going to have him in center and in right. I looked at our other outfielders. They are just as bad. I don't know why I was afraid to put Aristides in center field. And then I looked at the rest of my outfield, and they're just bad. Our outfield is just bad. That's just the only way to say it. It's just not great. Defensively, they're bad. Maybe offense, maybe something else, but defensively, our outfield is just bad. Center field, we have Aristides Aquino, Tyler Naquin in right, Tyler Stevenson catching, Moustakas at third, and Tommy Pham in left with Max Schrock DHing versus right-handed pitching. I see that 70 contact, 48 power with 66 vision. Maybe he can do a decent enough job of getting on base for us from the number 9 slot. Now versus left-handed pitching, we will have Donovan Solano once again leading off, but he will be DHing. Jonathan India at second, Votto at first, Aristides in right this time, Tyler Stevenson behind the dish, Kyle Farmer playing short, Tommy Pham in left, Mike Moustakas at third, and Nick Senzel will be playing outfielder versus the left-handed pitching. So that is going to be the lineup we're going to be going with. I also made a minor adjustment to Hunter Green. I believe his hits per 9 went up from 51 to 58. And his velocity, obviously, I upped that up to 99 with his fastball. It just didn't make sense that his velo was 91. Yeah, his velo was 91. His hits per 9 was 50. I raised that up to 58, and his velocity, the only pitch I touched was his four-seam velocity, which obviously I don't know why his overall velocity was 91. His four seam velocity was like 94 instead of 99, which it didn't make any sense for that to be that because we already knew that he was throwing hard. And then in his second start in the major leagues, he breaks the records for most triple digit pitches in a single start. Obviously, he's not going to be doing that every single game. You know, it's early in his career. You got a lot of triple digit pitchers who know that you can't just throw 100% fastballs that many times in a game. It's going to lead you to injury. So hopefully he does tone that down, but it does show us that he has one of the strongest arms in baseball. So the fact that he had 91 velocity and his four seam velocity was like 94 made no sense. I should be able to hit triple digits with him on occasion, if not very frequently. Now, if there aren't any other adjustments that we think collectively should be made to Hunter Green, obviously he's still 68, and Nick Lodolo, who got torched, is a 70 overall. But I mean, I always thought Hunter Green had the higher ceiling, obviously with that power fastball. But like I said, they're both in our opening day roster, and I believe this is the team we are going to be going with. Now, the other guys who do make up the 26 will be Jake Fraley, Nick Sensa, who is in the lineup as well, and Andrew Knapp. That is pretty much everybody on the 26-man roster, and that's the team we're going forward with. Now, looking at the AAA roster, I genuinely believe there's a couple of names that honestly we can look for trade pieces is what I'm thinking, because I think they could help a major league roster right now. I don't think they help our roster right now, and I don't think they'll be a significant part of our future. Number one being Brandon Drury, even Zach Godley, Albert Almora Jr., definitely, Colin Moran, and Shogo Akiyama. The other one that I think we want to get rid of is JT Riddle. So if I can package or get rid of any of these guys and get some pieces that maybe we can develop a little bit better, I think that's what I'm going to attempt to do, is to at least get rid of one of these guys, if not all of these guys in this episode. All right, now the first player I think we're going to dump is Brandon Drury for Forrest Whitley. They are definitely interested in finding a third baseman with Bregman, I guess, on their team. But it is a good salary dump, as we dump off 1.5 for somebody with 70K. So I think that is obviously a very high prospect. We're going to go ahead and quickly accept that, and I believe he will be on the 40-man roster. All right, so this is opening day. Tyler Mahle is our guy. He is taking the bump first game of the season. I am using classic pitching for now. It's going to be set to all-star for both. Really quickly, our lineup looks as following. Solano at short, India, Votto, Aquino, Naquin, Stevenson, Moustakas, Pham, and Schrock DHing, since we do have a right-handed pitcher on the mound. I am using classic for pitching, and everything is all-star. So we may pitch a couple of games. We may skip forward a little bit, but opening day, we just want to see what this team has got before we go ahead and simulate a couple of games and pick up with them later on. Big curveball. Ground ball to Donovan. He doesn't have the strongest of arms, but first batter of the season is retired. So hopefully our defense can provide enough above average support that it can help our pitchers, especially our young arms, Lodolo, Hunter Green, and, you know, we can get them to start to develop a little bit, as of course our projection is to be ready for baseball in 2025, a couple years from now. We're going to have to make a couple of moves. I've already got my eye on my first target in terms of trade, which is trading for a ready now position player. And I think we're looking for a left fielder. That way in free agency, I can focus on a center fielder. I think we're good once we lock that up in terms of outfielders. Good 1-2-3 inning for Mahle. And I'm not sure where we go from there. I don't think, obviously, Donovan Solano's got a couple of years on him, but he's still a very solid offensive player and good enough defensively, as he lines out to right field to get the season started. 80 contact, 32 power, not great. Jonathan India, obviously rookie of the year, is going to be someone we don't need to worry about, at least for now. But we do got Marcus Stroman on the bump, a first-round pick in 2018. So it is starting to come together for the Reds, and it's just a matter of, will the front office make a few more moves? Wow, bang, bang play to get it started for Jonathan India. You know what? I'm going to have to challenge this. It was bang, bang. I definitely think he was safe, but how often do you get a challenge in a game anyways? We might as well try to give our boy a base hit here. It was a great play by the shortstop, but definitely out. We were out by half a step, and just a great play by the shortstop to take a base hit from us, which is typical of MLB The Show. Doesn't matter what your fielding overall is. If you're playing against the CPU, you're going to see a lot of plays like that. We got Joey Votto, and this is one of our biggest concerns because we don't want to get rid of Votto because he is, he is the face of this franchise as it stands. But if I'm doing a rebuild, I'm looking to get rid of him. I don't care for pennies, trade him for anything. But in a franchise, I don't think we can get rid of him. We just have to let him retire as Cincinnati Red, and I'm hoping he retires at the end of this season because he is a big chunk of our payroll. But I mean, there's a good reason why. The man can just he flat out hits. And he's just beloved everywhere he goes. But if he retires this year, that would make it a lot easier for us. It would save us a lot of money and it'd allow us to do a lot with that money coming off the books. So that is the biggest thing for us, is that we really want Joey Votto to retire, give him his Hall of Fame ceremony, and move on from there. Base hit from Aquino. Now we're cooking in the first inning. Like I said, we're on All-Star. Let me know if that should be the standard. Let me know if should we be more Hall of Fame. I don't think we'll quite be legend, but let me know if Hall of Fame should be the hitting when we do play. We'll probably play a game, an episode, and maybe simulate like a month or so as we ground out to second base, and that'll be the end of the inning. But pitching is also on All-Star. I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes when you're using classic pitching. So let me know down below in the comment section what we should be doing in terms of settings. I think we're good where we are. It'll give us a good competitive play, especially with a lot more simulated like settings. But here we go. Patrick Wisdom, obviously a standout for this really awful Chicago Cubs lineup. No better team for us to play early on as we get a strikeout with Melee. And I think that's our first strikeout of the day. Ian Happ, another Cub legend. And yeah, you're right. I think I like using classic for pitching when it comes to a franchise where it's more about what they do. I mean, obviously I'm calling the pitches, but that makes sense. We're also the manager. We call pitches, and it's just a matter of, is our pitcher good enough to execute those pitches? And it's not just based off my user input. So classic does make sense as we throw a good slider there. And can we put him away with a curveball in the dirt? Great pitch. Even better take from Ian Happ. I think we go splitter down and away here. Hit a spot with Rafael Ortega, or beautiful splitter. Swings right over it. And that is the second strikeout of the inning and of the day for Tyler Mahle. Rafael Ortega due up. Watching a first pitch fastball. We'll double up. We're going to go classic here. Fastball, splitter. And there's quickly 2 strikes. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to waste one. We'll go with a waste pitch fastball on 0-2. Beautiful spot. I like that. And now we're going splitter. Preferably in the dirt, if not below the knees. And we miss. All right, from 0-2 to 2-2. I think we're going back foot slider, or at least low and inside. We don't hit him, but we strike out the side. So a beautiful inning from our number one. We are going to depend on him. And of course, we've got Luis Castillo. We've got Mike Minor. And of course, Lodolo and Hunter Green being our rotation. But can Tyler and Luis, can they be part of our rotation into the year 2025? If Tyler and Luis, along with Green and Lodolo, make up our rotation through 2025 and are still pitching well, it allows us to focus elsewhere, and we won't have to look for starting pitchers. It will allow us to look more into our bullpen, and it allow us to work more in our offense. Obviously, pitching is a really, really big part of it, and swinging on pitch 3 of the inning with 2 outs, that was just really stupid on my part. But Tommy Pham due up versus Marcus Stroman. We'll take ball 1 down out of the zone. We've made it a little bit easy for Marcus Stroman after a pretty difficult first inning. We've allowed him to get 2 quick outs. And actually, never mind. We'll get a blue base hit from Tommy Pham. And that is classic Diamond Dynasty hitting there, ladies and gentlemen. You never want to be on time. You want to be late, and you want to bloop things in. So here's our number 9 hitter, Max Schrock. And we will go ahead and get a pitch out. 64 speed. 64 speed, 88 steal. So never mind. Tommy Pham has a pretty good steal attributes, not great speed. Back-to-back slide steps, and that is going to be just foul. All right, so this will probably be it for us. We'll probably simulate towards the middle of the game after this inning. That's up. We got a hanging splitter, and we were just early and pulled it foul. So Max Schrock is in there because he's got pretty good contact versus right-handed pitching as opposed to the other right-handed hitters I have for middle infielders who struggle a little bit versus right-handed pitching. I want guys to develop a little bit. So although I would like them to get some at-bats, I feel that if we have better on-base percentages throughout the lineup, better contact throughout the lineup, better average throughout the lineup, offensively we'll do better and give those players more at-bats. I think that makes more sense than just throwing guys in there who will not excel and could actually, through simulation, will affect their attributes negatively. Anyways, sinker baller, no reason to go to second there. No reason for a second baseman ever to go to second with 2 outs there, but that is going to be it. So I'm going to go ahead and quick manage, and we are going to see how Tyler Mahle does. A ground out, back to the top of the lineup. We're just swinging away, and we're just pitching 2, not doing anything. We are in the bottom of the 4th. We have 3 hits combined. There's a walk from Stevenson and a pop-up. So here we go, 5th inning, and we may be getting closer to the end. Wisdom gets in there via walk, fielder's choice. Back 2 walks in the inning, a K, and a 3rd walk in the inning. Can I don't want a pitching change, but can I get a mound visit at this point for Tyler Mahle? He is going to go ahead and get the fly out, so it didn't matter. Tommy Pham strikes out, Schrock strikes out, and a fly out. So our offense is pretty lackluster, if I'm being honest, and there is Nico Horner with a triple. Tyler's only in the 6th inning. I'm going to let you pitch, sacrifice fly. There is the first run of the season. Another base hit, only the 2nd hit for the Chicago Cubs, and they end up going ahead and taking the lead. All right, so 6 innings of work. I wish I saw the pitch count here. I kind of want to know where we're at in terms of pitch count. It's at 92. So we'll go back into quick manage, and that will be the end of it for Tyler Mahle. So we do have lefty righty switch. So he'll face 2 of each. It doesn't matter. He's going to have a disadvantage either way because of the switch hitter. So we are going to, let's go ahead and bring in Strickland. So Hunter Strickland coming in versus Ortega, gives up a solo shot. Great managing on my behalf. And there is a single from Harold, double play, and Contreras strikes out. So, all right, not too bad there. Tyler Naquin, Stroman still has half of his energy. I'm not sure how. After we got a couple hits off him early, Stevenson with a single, Pham grounds out. We'll go ahead and pitching change again. We got 3 righties in a row. I'm going to go Warren. Art Warren coming in. Strikeout, fly out, good inning for Warren. Stroman still out there. We got Schrock grounding out, Solano grounding out, and a fly out to end it. We'll pitching change one more time. In the 9th inning, we will give Lucas Sim the 9th inning. We'll hope that he holds him there and can get us 3 outs to the heart of the lineup. Strikeout, and a ground out. So good stuff. We'll try to jump in down by 2 runs. With 3:45 in our last chance to get back into this game. And of course, Marcus Stroman's pitch count is at 87. I pulled my pitcher at 92 in inning number 6, and Marcus Stroman just flew through this game, pitch count at 97 in inning number 9, and looking for a complete game shutout in the beginning of the season. So our pitching did a good job. Offense lackluster. Kind of things that I'm I'm expecting that pretty much from our offense this entire season. Is just not a well put together lineup. We got work to do. That one's up. We're early, but we put a good swing into it. It's deep. It is gone. And that is it for Marcus Stroman's complete game shutout. Joey Votto puts a good charge into that one. And that'll probably end his day. I'm sure they're going to bring in the closer and try to shut this down. And there it is. The old man is coming out. Ross is bringing out a new pitcher in Chris Martin to go ahead and shut this down. So Aristides Aquino. We still got 4, 5, and 6 due up. So if we can manufacture a run here in bottom of 9, that would be fantastic. And a good start to the season for the Reds. That one's up. It was a good pitch to hit. We just missed it. Chris Martin sets, fires, and there is out number 1 of the bottom of the 9th. Tyler Naquin due up next. Nobody on, 1 out. Misses a cutter in a good spot to hit. Good pitch. We were just under it late and can't do much. Although, you know what? A ground ball to the third base line would not be terrible, as we had a lot of room there. That one we're just late. Yep, they're cutting 3, so we will be taking that, and we pull into second with a double. So there is the tying run with Stevenson. Let's go ahead and take a look at Naquin, though, right fielder. Do we have a little bit more speed? We do have Nick Senzel and Fraley. We're going to go with Nick Senzel. Let me make sure that I'm substituting the right guy. Tyler Naquin, Nick Senzel, little base running. We're not going to steal, but we are looking to score on a base hit and spoil this party here in Cincinnati. Chris Martin, Tyler Stevenson just need great pitch. You can have that down and in a good spot. Umpire, that could have gone either way. About a centimeter, about a little half an inch to the inside. And that is ball 2. We're going to go ahead and tag up on this one, and we will be on third. Not that it does much because there are 2 outs. And it is down to the last hitter, Mike Moustakas, to give us a chance in this. We can walk it off. We can tie it with 1 swing of the bat or a pass ball. Or this could be a Chris Martin. Delivers a slider up in the zone, a little bit inside. Good pitch, ends up strike 1. All right, Cincinnati. I know they can pull crowds early in the season. That's going to be just slow. Count is now even at 1. Great pitch from Chris Martin. Right at the knees. They're just about. That is outside, 95. Another good take from Mike Moustakas. Let's go ahead and get a good pitch right back up the middle. We're in a good spot. Oh, good changeup. Good swing. Just a little bit under it, and we fly out. That's going to end it. We strand that runner on third, but nonetheless, that could have been worse. Our offense, not great. Except for, I think I got most of our hits. Our pitching, fantastic job. Gave up 2 runs. Bullpen gave up 1. And Tyler Mahle gave up 1 as well. 6 innings, 2 hits, 6 Ks, 3 walks. That's what really hurt us. We end up giving up an earned run on a sac fly and a home run out of the bullpen. I'm not mad at it for opening day. I liked what I saw. So that wasn't too bad. I'm not mad with what I saw. Like I said, really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and simulate through each of our starters' first start of the season. Oakland has claimed 25-year-old Alexis Diaz. I'm going to be honest. I put him on waivers, and I did not think anyone would claim him. Shout out to Oakland for picking up a 25-year-old deep potential 59 overall. Thank you for taking him from me. We do have critical situations on, and I think for now I'm going to just simulate these. We are down by a run in Pittsburgh, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and simulate these and take a look at it. So through the first 5 games, each starter's first start, we are 2-3, but some good stuff, some bad stuff. Game 1, obviously, we took an L, 1-2. Game 2, we also took an L, 1-5. Luis Castillo, 6 innings, 3 Ks, 3 ERA, so 2 earned runs in 6 innings is solid. I'm not mad at that. Bullpen probably did not come through. Game 3, Mike Minor throws 7 innings. Looks like he gave up 1 run in those 7 innings with 1 strikeout. So that is really, really solid. You absolutely take that. Hunter Green in his debut ends up 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 earned run as well, and he gets the win. So that is really, really big. We take that. Game 5. I want to see the box score of this one. Game 5, our pitching, it is going to be Nick Lodolo, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 4 run, 4 earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks with an 8.3 ERA for the day. It's on brand with his first start at least. It did not go well. He got hit pretty hard, so that kind of makes sense, but nonetheless, that is the first week of baseball. We'll go ahead and sim through the first entire month. We'll turn off critical situations for now. And Pirates are interested in offering a trade. We'll go ahead and take a look at it. Colin Moran is One of the guys I am looking to get rid of, although I had him packaged in another trade that I wanted to do in the next episode. So Greg Allen, um, Colin Moran, Greg Allen, center fielder. Um, do we want to take a chance on Greg Allen? Is it at least a salary dump? It's not much. It's 300K. The potential 29 years old. I feel like he would be a little less value in a trade and would ruin the trade that I already have packaged for the next episode. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip on this one. Greg Allen not in our future at the moment. So we'll go ahead and simulate that. So we will sim through the month and hopefully we can pull together a couple of wins and more or less stay in the hunt. The Braves also offering us a trade for Colin Moran. So it looks like Colin Moran has some trade value, which I expected. Relief pitcher in Luke Jackson. Again, not someone I'm looking for at this moment. I think we're going to go ahead and decline this one as well. Also, we would be taking 2.8 million. And our bullpen not really the main priority at the moment. Although it is a priority. It is not our main priority just yet. So through the first month of baseball, 14-3 from the Cincinnati Reds. Honestly, that could be a whole lot worse. Let's take a look at where we are in terms of hitting. Donovan Solano batting 245, two home runs and 100 at bats. Not terrible. 232 from Jonathan India. Expect a little bit more, but 4 home runs is pretty solid. If I could take a look at his OPS is 703, so that's down quite a bit. Joey Votto having a good season, 9 home runs, 330. I mean, Joey Votto. Aristides has 4 home runs, batting 208. Naquin 261 with 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. 284 for Stevenson. He's on fire at the moment. 3 home runs, 19 ribbies. We may move him up in the lineup a little bit, switch him with Aristides actually, at least for now. Mike Moustakas is cold, 169. Tommy Pham batting 297, may move up, may switch with Donovan Solano for the time being. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And Max Schrock batting 224. So that is where we stand at the moment. We'll take a look at our pitching, see how they are doing. 39 innings for Tyler Mahle. That's beautiful. 2-3 though, 39 Ks. So averaging a strikeout per inning, almost a strikeout per inning with that third of the inning, drops it a little bit. 2.75 ERA, 1.12 whip. Castillo's a little bit cold. 34 innings, 29 strikeouts. ERA is a little bit high. Whip is not in a terrible spot. Strikeouts number a little bit lower than what I would expect from Luis Castillo. 29 and 34 and 2/3. Mike Minor looks to be doing well. 3-1, 31 innings, 20 Ks, 2.43 ERA with a whip at 1.2 is fantastic, actually. Nick Lodolo struggling a little bit. 2-1, 27 innings, 30 Ks is solid. But that ERA of 5.6 and that 1.76 whip is actually pretty damn concerning. Looks like the CPU, we're going to have to edit that. They went ahead and put Hunter Green in my bullpen, which I did not ask you to make any changes. Justin Dunn with a 7.8 ERA. Please don't do that. 2-2, 30 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts with a 3.9 ERA. I like that. It's not terrible. It's not bad. Could be a little bit better. Not sure why they threw him in the bullpen. Justin Dunn, awful. Vladimir Gutierrez, very mediocre. Sessa, only 2 2/3 innings pitched. Bullpen not being utilized. Middle relievers not being utilized nearly enough. Strickland 1 inning, and he gave up what's that? 2 runs in 1 inning, and whip of 4. Art having a pretty solid start in 12 1/3. He has a .73 ERA and a .65 whip. That is going to help us out a lot. 10 innings for Antone, 3.6, only 1 inning for Justin Wilson. It doesn't make sense. Some of these guys have 18, 12, 10 innings, and then some guys are just 1 inning. So 1 inning pitch for our setup man, and a 0 ERA, and then 9 innings, obviously, for our closer with a 2 ERA. So I think this exceeds expectations. 14-13 in month 1 is pretty solid. Anything over 500 for this team at the moment, I think in the NL Central, we will consider pretty solid. And even though that means we play Pittsburgh quite a bit, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Chicago is whatever, but we're all 1.5 back. So that is going to be the it for this episode. Month 1 is in the book. I think I'm going to be making a trade next year. Like we see here, our worst position, or where we're ranked worst, is center field. So I do think I'm actually going to pick up an outfielder he's a corner outfielder, but I think we're going to focus pretty heavily in free agency next year on trying to get the best center fielder possible. and then we're going to work from there. I'm not too concerned with our starting pitching. Like I said, with Melee, Castillo, Lodolo, Green, if we have that in 2025 and those two older pitchers have not regressed entirely too much, we can pick up a fifth starter that's not too bad, or we'll see where we are with Whitley, who we just recently called up. He's expected in 2025, 2026. So if he can develop well, that would probably be our rotation right there. And we can focus heavily on just our bats and our bullpen. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying the Cincinnati Reds franchise. If you are, smash the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another episode. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.